Hey everyone, I'm Justin Egliskis. This is Advancing Average, where we talk health, psychology, and financials. Today, we're strictly going to be zoning in to the financials, and I'm going to show you an example of how my process worked beautifully this morning, but I made a mistake, how we're going to learn from that mistake, and actually noticing where the mistake occurred. Here, we're looking at stock NEO, and on this setup, here is the context. We're in a downtrend. You see we start up here at 55, we have a lower high over here, and we continue the downtrend over here. So in my trade idea, I see that we have formed a bit of a bear flag at this area. And this morning when I was looking through my charts, I saw that there was huge room below yesterday's low at 29.4. Look how this candle is printing. We're only an hour, 2 hours into the session today. The candle has printed all the way down to a low of 27.5. My measured potential on the trade was 26.5. So we had about $3 of potential. $2 worked out. So that is to show you the daily chart on NEO with the context. Now, I always check the daily and the hourly to make sure there's no hidden supply or demand. So what happened was NEO broke through my 29.35. I took my second entry, which is after it broke through the first entry at 29.4. I let it put in a low of 29.35, hop back up to, 29.4, and then break that low. I got filled, everything worked out perfectly, but I made a trade management mistake, and let me explain. So I was in my NEO trade, and at the same time, MU, while I was already in my NEO, MU gave me an entry. In my head, I sabotaged myself, because NEO, the bid and the ask, was getting a bit wide, not too wide, and I had already scaled out at 10%. So worst case, I was break even on the trade. What I did was I sold out of my NEO because I didn't enjoy how it was moving, and I didn't want to have two trades on at the same time. So I sold out NEO and entered into MU. And this is a mistake because I had no business getting out of my NEO trade for a uneducated reason. There was no valid reason to get out of that trade besides my head told me that I wanted to get into MU, but no process driven, no statistical driven reason to exit NEO. Worst case, I was break even. And the thing is, you have to reflect when things like this occur. So I got out of NEO probably at 29 bucks for, I made small measly money because I didn't allow my winner to run and I sabotaged myself. You look at how NEO panned out, we had to move down to 27.5. The contracts ran beautifully. If you see, I have my watch list of contracts and I was in the 29 puts. I got in at 45 cents and they're at $1.50 right now. I probably wouldn't have gotten out at $1.50, but to let your winners ride, to allow your risk to reward, what I do is if I'm risking 1R, I'm looking for 3R plus. So I'll scale out a contract at 1R and I'll move my stop to break even. And then you just have to allow the winners to run. If we don't let our winners multiply and pay for the losers, then this game, this long-term strategy does not work out. So truly, what we can learn from this, me, you guys, we have to be process-driven, and it's just so important to reflect, be open with yourself. Like, we're all humans. It is normal to make mistakes like this. I'm not mad at myself. I'm not angry or upset. I'm actually proud of myself because I can openly review my mistakes, know that I made a mistake, and work, spend some creativity, spend some brain power to figure out how can I be a solution to this issue, rather than worrying and dramatizing my errors or my mistakes or speaking negatively to myself. Okay, where did I mess up? How can I get better? And That's the type of mindset that is the foundation for success in any career. The mindset is just the foundation. It is not going to do your actions for you. So you have a positive, a strong mindset that appreciates hard work, that reminds you of how far you've come. But you have to remain humble, and it's just a big process of respecting the open-ended game, knowing that we have to control what we can, but we can't control everything, knowing we are human, we will make mistakes, but how can we get better from mistakes? How can we push ourselves to be the best version that we can possibly be? What is our potential? No one tells us our limits. We choose our limits. It's inside of our processing system that determines who we become. How we fuel our mind is a big piece to that. But this game, this whole life is wonderful because there is so much creativity, inspiration, but it's so open-ended. We have the opportunity. So truly just take advantage of the opportunity and view. It's so much about perspective. I could look at something, you could look at something, they could be the same thing, but we could get completely different answers within our heads. That is perception. So I love speaking on the mindset. It is just such a cornerstone to success and learning how to be the best version of yourself. We are always going to have negative thoughts. Even Tom Brady, the best people, the most famous, most rich, most sought after celebrities, they all have negative thoughts. But the best of us know when those negative thoughts approach and how we can correct and constructively criticize those thoughts. I really do love trading so much because the psychology that goes into it is astronomical. If we don't control or manage our minds in the right manner, this game can just be so detrimental. Like, I went through multiple years of real misery, just not understanding what was wrong with me. It's all my fault. But then I understood after countless hours of education that I had to figure out a process that works. And once you figure out a process, then you have to mold yourself, make sure that your personality goes along with the process, and over time you just slowly adapt, adjust, and you make corrections to suit the process to your personality and make the whole thing come together into something that is enjoyable. Your routine, your everyday life, ideally it should be something that you don't dislike. Life's going to fly by so fast, and right now at a young age, it might not seem detrimental how you treat people, how you react, how you carry yourself, how you think, and allow thoughts to be approved or unapproved within your own mind. But these things end up being so important in the long run. So if you learn something from this video, live your life in the best way you possibly can. Be kind. Carry yourself in a self-controlled manner. Represent patience and unending love towards your close people. Even when mistakes and arguments occur, take a step back, be self-controlled, and understand that so what? We are all humans and we all want to flourish and be happy. So where did we have an argument or a misunderstanding, and what can be learned from that? It's all perception. So carry yourself in a way that you're being your best, and by doing that, you're going to improve others around you, and it is a snowball effect. You improve yourself, then others around you improve those around them, and then the whole world gets better. So it starts with you. Fix the sleep. Focus on meats, honey, fruits, vegetables. Avoid the processed foods. Get your exercise in. Read some books. Fuel your mind properly. Avoid the negativity, the drama, the swearing, the vile, the just unacceptable reality of how so many humans go throughout their lives. It's unacceptable. So if you learned anything, if you enjoyed the way I represent or present information, all I ask is show me some love and drop me a like. I'd love to hear some thoughts, constructive criticism, or ideas of future videos. But I do appreciate your time, and it means a lot to me to see some of you guys trying to advance yourselves, to learn, to be the best version of yourself. It's not for you solely, but so the ones around you, so the entire world can grow. But first you have to tackle your own errors, your own insecurities, and your own trauma. So cheers, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you guys soon.